Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra July 2, 2022. With the moon at the top of your solar chart continuing in the first part of the day, you're more likely to be in the spotlight, noticed, and perhaps quite in demand. You're in a goal-oriented frame of mind, but you could wrestle with conflicting needs and approaches in spots today. Fortunately, there is good, supportive energy with you for research or an in-depth probe into your psyche. You can discover something valuable about your personal goals or deeper desires and motivations. You seem to instinctively know how to best use your resources. There is a sense that you know your next step regarding support. Long-term ventures designed to secure you down the road can be strong in your mind now. Later today, the moon heads into your social sector, and you're gearing up to unwind. Friends, partners, and family are in a rebellious mood today and will not be trying to put on any kind of front or facade for your peace of mind. The celestial configuration means that they are upfront, loud, and sassy, and you may wish you could disown them. But you also may need to take a page from their book. Be honest instead of trying to please everyone. How do you react to how your commitments and partnerships influence the development of your career path? Since the moon in Cancer squares Mars in Aries today, you should consider how your partnerships nurture your professional legacy. You might feel like there is a combative energy associated with this square, especially if you feel like certain colleagues are not professionally supportive. Instead of taking hasty action or striking a fight with someone, you could mediate with the other party so that everyone is on the same page with professional development. A period of activity may come to a head today as a project is successfully completed. Discussions may already be taking place about the next one, but you don't want to think about that, at least not right away. You'll want to bask in your accomplishment and relax for a while. No one will blame you for that, so don't feel rude if you don't participate in brainstorming sessions. Wait until it progresses to get involved. Your social life is due to suffer some turbulence. You feel put down by friends and family or even get into arguments with them. Take a critical look at yourself. Perhaps you are asking too much of your loved ones. Hold back a little and resolve the issues by talking to them instead of trying to have your own way all the time. Heeding the knowledge of your elders can be helpful, but don't try to listen to them all at once. Otherwise, all that well-intended advice will get lost in the noise. Once you've gained the proper wisdom, give it a chance to soak in. A tendency to rush into romance scares off potential candidates for your love. Such a forceful approach can have an adverse effect on the person you desire. If you're not looking for rejection, try to develop a gentler and serene attitude, then those you meet find you to be a far more attractive proposition to date. You might find yourself in a paradoxical situation today. You want to know more about yourself, but when you begin to see that you are getting what you wanted, you start to get scared. So, you should just let things happen and not worry too much about trying to understand things just yet. Your subconscious is trying to adjust to all these changes. You will learn a lot of new things about yourself today. If you have to make a presentation to an audience on this day, try telling a few good jokes. Humor can be a powerful motivator, icebreaker, and means to teach. Further, when you are trying to get others to open up and relax, laughter is a natural tool. This vibration will help get things rolling. After work today, see about going out and finding activities that will see you enjoying some hearty laughter. Some social contact will probably do you a world of good. A day after the moon not only left your career sector but wrapped up a new moon that has given career matters the green light and triggered things that will continue to play out, things take a more playful and adventurous turn today. This works to your advantage professionally, allowing things to play out while keeping an open mind ahead of Mercury's return early next week. It is a friendly aspect between Mercury, in his final days in an adventurous part of your chart, and Saturn, in retrograde motion in a playful part that makes it easier to embrace the warrior spirit. Earlier in the week, the moon spent its final hours in an adventurous part of your chart at a friendly aspect to Saturn, for the first time since his retrograde turn in your romantic sector, bringing the spirit of romance, adventure, and nostalgia together. This gets another boost today when instead of the moon it is Mercury forming the same friendly aspect. Our eyes in the sky. Investing money today can reap big returns and dividends. It's also a great day to connect with those you haven't spoken to in quite some time. If you're single, pay attention to the people you meet or engage with today. They could play an important role in your future. Embrace the positivity and good vibes. Today is a pleasant day, which is a nice change from all the cosmic chaos of last week. There's some powerful energy fueling your ambition and driving you to get a lot done today, but power struggles are unavoidable during the difficult Moon, Mars, and Pluto cardinal T-square. If you can feel the tension building between you and someone else who also wants the leadership role you're intent on playing, it's going to come to a head at some point. And when it all blows up in your face, it's not going to be pretty. You might want to have an alternate plan ready in case your authority is successfully challenged. After a brief void of course period, the moon enters playful Leo, helping diffuse some of the more difficult cosmic energy from earlier. Luckily, you should be able to forget about some of the day's tenser moments as you play with your kids or go out dancing with friends. Being the center of attention is your main goal now, and whether it's adoring affection from a lover or all eyes on you on the dance floor, you're happy to soak up the happiness that being in the spotlight offers you now. Regardless, we will confront psychological material at this time, and we are offered protection to this end so we might understand our inner workings and unconscious motivations without getting overwhelmed. Following this connection, the moon falls into a void lasting into the early evening. Use this time for reflection. We might think we are living in the here and now, but how much of our personality and identity hinges on nostalgia? Are our thoughts of what it means to be productive, tech-savvy, or eco-conscious actually rather inefficient and outdated? Under this influence, we believe that it is our purpose, our mission, to help others modernize their lifestyles by encouraging them to think outside the box. There is freedom in liberating ourselves from old conditioning, and thankfully, others see our message as revolutionary and exciting, rather than disruptive. In the morning, the Cancer moon trines Neptune in Pisces, stimulating our creative impulses. Ultimately, we get more from rest than from exertion now. When we allow ourselves to relax, we gain the ability to tune into serendipity and thereby develop greater trust in our intuition. We can use this influence to practice divination techniques, such as reading tea leaves, tarot, or scrying. Looking to our astrological charts can also be revelatory, not because we are seeking answers, but because we are open to receiving insights from the universe. Late in the morning, the moon squares off with Mars in Aries, provoking tension. Our emotional needs and desires conflict at this time, creating an internal battle of wills. We risk taking our frustrations out on anyone who happens to get in our way. Obviously, this is a poor use of our energy, which can be much better applied to self-examination. Otherwise, we can get our angst out through physical activity, but should avoid competitive sports as we could accidentally injure ourselves or another when we are simply attempting to face a challenge courageously.